Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I want to talk about the two witnesses. I did a video, when was it? The day before yesterday or something. Actually yesterday. About the two witnesses. And it was a video about the two olive trees. But it went so deep that it could be talking about Enoch and Elijah. But it also represents the church and the Gentiles. So people that are chosen, but that are not in the church, are not overly religious. Because I noticed even when Jesus was on earth, like he used to have lunch with people, certain people, and people used to be like, they used to be discriminating, like saying, oh, why is he having dinner with these people and they're not righteous and blah, blah, blah. But God knows, he watched the heart, because sometimes a stranger will treat you even better than the ones them that know you. Perfect example, look what happened to Christ. When he was on earth, the same tribe that he was a part of denied him. Same thing with sometimes your town or your city. People might not appreciate you much, but you go somewhere else and you exercise the same expertise and they will love you. I never understood that, when people should be for you. I don't know, like it goes back to that same thing with pride. Like people have the wrong motives. They be looking at things the wrong way. And I don't know why. I don't intend to know why. Because I know where it grows from, which is pride and greediness and envy. And instead of just, like embracing things like you embrace it. And, you live and you learn. But back on topic, I want to stay on topic with the two witnesses. It represents us, the people. And it could also represent the messengers, like the people, the prophets, the different tribes that come. Every one of them land under those two witnesses, as long as it's from God. So anything from light, it's all one with light. Sometimes it know of each other and most of the time it doesn't. But by your work and your deeds, everything fall in place. As long as we always put God first, everything will fall in place. No matter what or how long it takes, it always fall back in place. Trying to pick something to read. So I'm going to read Proverbs chapter 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hanged out her 7 pillars. She had killed her beast. She had mingled her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has sent forth her maidens. She cried upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn and hide her. As for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of my wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a sinner, getteth to himself shame. And he that rebuketh a wicked man, getteth to himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So, for example, sometimes people don't like to be corrected. So it's good to leave them. When you correct a wise man, they will love you, because they know iron sharpen iron. But only a fool will feel offended when you correct them. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days will be multiplied, and thy years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, stolen water are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So you see, you have to understand them word there. So people like to do stuff in secret. It might be sweet to sneak around, but death is not too far. So it's a parable. We gotta be careful of what we do. Our action speaks a lot, and these words are here to guide us. These laws that great men before us came and wrote and left for generations after generations. It's not good to be foolish, but to be wise. And wisdom could be like our sister. Just like certain wealth and certain wisdom and understanding, it could make itself appear on wings and fly away from somebody, you know. Cause almost like it have its own sense of humor. So once we program ourselves the right way, God is first and everything else fall in place. Everything else will fall in place. But the minute we think too highly of ourselves, you know what comes behind that? Destruction. Because it's just like a seed you plant, which is pride, instead of planting a seed of humbleness and of God, and nurturing it and let it grow. We rather plant a seed of self-righteousness or self. It's better to be humble as a child and let the Lord lead our way than to be too prideful and go into sin, and sin costs us. Because I noticed, like, even with this topic, the perfect example, look at King David. That was a lesson for us, so we don't make the same mistake. King David went and messed around with another man's wife, got her impregnated, and not only that, that was one of his own soldiers too, that was guarding outside of his house. And he ended up getting the man killed. Make a long story short, you see, once you do evil trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. And you see how with David, King David's son Absalom, how Absalom, he ended up having evil in his house because Absalom was born from the same woman. And he tried to fight against David's kingdom. He wanted to take over his father's kingdom. So you see, to the point where he just got so evil and things didn't end so good for him. So it's the perfect example. We ought to be humble and be mindful of what we do. Nobody said it is easy, because it's not. But with practice, we could one day become, our action can become close, if not perfect. So hopefully this word was a blessing to you. I love you guys. Share, like, subscribe, reach out to me. Let me know what you think, or should I get deeper with it or whatnot. So once again, this is Proverbs chapter 9 from 1 to 18. Proverbs chapter 9 from 1 to 18. Proverbs chapter 9 from 1 to 18. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. God bless.